So valuing a home can be a very complex process, and it can be very emotional. You need the value to figure out if you're going to be able to sell the home or if you're going to be able to do a buyout. So getting the value right is extremely critical in a divorce situation. So how do you figure out the value? Well, there's a few different options that you can take, but the most important thing to consider is you need an accurate value so you can figure out what's fair. So in the past, these are the couple of the methods that people have used to determine the value. The first one, which I don't recommend, is the homeowners decide amongst themselves what the value is. Maybe their neighbor sold their home 5 months ago for $500,000. It was the same floor plan as yours, so you think your home might be worth $500,000. But we don't know. Maybe your neighbors had done a lot of updates to the home. Maybe there was some concessions that were made for them to get their home sold. The market conditions could have changed. There's a lot of changes that have happened in the market in the last 6 months. So just because your neighbors said they sold their home for $500,000 doesn't make it so. So using something like that is not a good option when it comes to valuing your home. The next option that I see people use a lot are some of the online valuation tools that are available. Something like a Zillow or a Redfin or Realtor.com. And even some agents have sites where you can plug in your address and it spits out a value. The challenge with these values is they can be very incorrect. They can be off by as much as 20%. And on a $500,000 home, that's almost $100,000. So you want to get this right. Why are they so wrong? Well, number one, they take all the homes in the area and they use those to assess the value of your home. So they don't take things into consideration like what's the condition of the home. Does yours have a pool versus another home? Does it back to a busy street? Or maybe some power lines? Or maybe there's one home that has a fantastic view and another one backs up to neighbors and they don't have any privacy. The other thing with the valuation tools is they use what's called public information to determine the value. So that could be the number of bedrooms, the number of bathrooms, the square footage. And a lot of times this information is just not accurate. So while, online valuation is good if you just kind of want a ballpark, if you're actually going to use this information to figure out, what you should sell your home for, or there's a buyout that's in play, it's not the best option for you. So what are a couple of better options? Well, the first one is you can hire an appraiser. An appraiser will give you an appraised value of the home. And an appraised value is what is a lender likely to lend on this particular home. So they're going to come out and they're going to do an in-person inspection. They're going to measure the home. They're going to take into consideration the condition of the home. And the size, how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, how many car garage do you have, whether you have a pool or not, whether you have a view. And then they're going to go and look at all the homes that have sold in the area that are similar to yours. However, they're not exactly the same. So sometimes they're going to take a 2-story that's about the same size. Maybe yours is a single level. Single levels typically are going to sell more on a price per square foot basis than a 2-story. And then they're going to make some adjustments. But sometimes, let's say you just put in a $50,000 backyard upgrade. The appraiser might only give you $10,000 worth of value for that. Same thing with solar panels. They don't give full value for things like that. So just be prepared that in an appraisal, sometimes it's their opinion of value. Yes, they do use a lot of different information that they use to calculate it, but this is typically what a lender would use to figure out how much they want to lend on a home. Now, the last option that you could use is to find a divorce real estate expert like myself, and we can give you what's called a fair market value. Tells you what's a buyer likely to pay for a home like yours given today's market conditions. So just like the appraiser, we're going to look up how big is your home, how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, what's the square footage, do you have updates to your home? And then we're going to go and find out like for like homes. So for example, if your home backs to a busy street, we're going to try and find other homes that back to a busy street to figure out what buyers are paying for those homes right now. So we're going to look back again at the homes that have sold, but we're also going to look at homes that are currently under contract, because that gives us a really good idea of what are buyers paying right now for a home that is very similar to yours in size, amenities, conditions, and things like that. Well, whatever method you use, make sure that method supports what your goals are for your home. So if you're looking to sell your home, you might want the fair market value. If you're looking to do a buyout, then you might look at using an appraiser. So as I've mentioned in a lot of my other videos, every divorce case is different. So just because your neighbor sold and they got a certain number for their home doesn't mean the same thing is going to happen to you. We have to take every situation differently and look at your exact situation to be able to best help you. So you know what, just reach out to me and I'm here for you, and I'm able to help meet with you and figure out what's best for you and your family, not only immediately but also in the long term, because we want to make sure that you are making the best decision for you and your family going forward. Well, I do release new videos every week, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you hit that bell icon, you will get notified as soon as those videos are uploaded. Oh, and one more thing. If you found this video helpful, would you go ahead and hit that like button? It'll help other people find this video as well. Well, thanks again. Until our next video.